going on, guys? It's Josh here at Transom TV, and today is finally the day where we go and pick up our new Facebook marketplace boat. I bought this boat mid-January, and I've had it basically in storage ever since. If you guys saw my old boat build, I needed that one sold and gone before I went ahead and brought this one home. But today we are finally picking it up. We're going to go over all the plans that we have with it. I'm going to show you a little bit of it today, and hopefully you guys can give me some good tips, some good pointers, and some good ideas on what you guys would do with it. With that, I'll see you there. Alright guys, so we just made it to where I have been storing the boat for almost 6 months. It's in a little bit of rough shape right now, but I know a little bit of hard work and a little bit of labor, we can get this thing cleaned up, looking brand new again, ready to hunt this year. So without further ado, let me introduce you to the new duck boat build. All right, so right here we have a Bass Tracker 2 boat. I bought this boat as a shell. This is my blind that I made last year to fit my 1636. So as you can tell, you know, we got a little bit of work to do on the blind, but that's okay. You know, we can figure that out. It's definitely a little bit wider, but overall I'm super excited for the possibilities that this boat has. Honestly, like, it is almost the perfect building platform that I was looking for. So I got some good seats here on either side, and these are, you know, these came in the Bass Tracker boat. But then the guy who I bought it from, you know, he put in a new floor and everything, but we're going to be changing that because it is just a plywood floor. But I'm super excited to build this boat out, change up some of the things that I want to change, and get ready to hunt this year. Honestly, I think this boat's going to be a lot more stable than my 1636 that I had last year. This is a 1648, or almost a 50. It's kind of a weird number, but this boat should be 10 times more stable than my boat that I had last year, and I'm super excited for it. So right now what we're going to do is I'm going to go ask some construction guys that are here working on some stuff if they can come over and help me lift this blind off. And then going from there, I am going to do a full overview on the boat in good lighting for you guys, so that way you guys can see everything that we need to do to this boat and everything that I have planned so far for this boat. Hey guys, sorry for interrupting today's video, but as you guys can see right behind me, we just got the blind taken off and everything. So right after this, I'm going to be talking about all the plans that I want to do with the boat and everything. Say hi to my lovely girlfriend Lexi right there. But what I want to stop in and say is, if you guys aren't subscribed, please go ahead down below, hit that subscribe button. About 90% of you guys aren't subscribed who watch my videos, and I'm trying to grow this channel just, you know, a little bit bigger. I want to be able to create more content for you guys. I'd love to be able to do this as a full-time job eventually one day. So go down below, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, share this video, share it with all your hunting buddies. Let's just blow this up, you know. Another thing that I want to go ahead and say is, if you guys want to buy any sort of merchandise, I got some stickers for sale. They're going to be right here. If you guys want to purchase a sticker, they are $10. If you guys want to get a hold of me to purchase one, go to my Instagram called Transom TV. I'll have it linked down in the description below. Go there, shoot me a message, you know, we can figure out how to pay for it and shipping and everything right there. I'll ship it on my dime, so free shipping for you guys, and it's just $10 a sticker. I'm trying to, you know, expand my brand, expand the people who are watching me, and the best way to do it is through merchandise, stickers, and the word of mouth. So that being said, I really appreciate everything you guys have already done for me, and continue to enjoy the rest of this video. Okay, so we just went ahead, took off the blind, and now you guys can get a better overview of the boat itself. So the guy went ahead, used plywood to build this upper deck portion, and I don't know, that feels like it's aluminum right here for that step, which is good because I kind of like that little mini deck that it has. A big reason that I went ahead and bought this boat is because of the layout that it already has. It's pretty much exactly the style of layout that I was looking for. With my last boat, I went ahead and I had an 8-foot deck off the front of it, so it was really kind of hard to hunt people out of this blind that I made, honestly. Like the blind works great, the blind hunted great, but as you can tell, if you put an 8-foot section on the front of that, you're coming like into the middle of this first hatch right here, and then you're trying to squeeze, you know, 2 more, 3 more people down here. And another flaw that I had with my last boat is in this last hatch right here, I left in the bench seat, so that way I could use my mud motor, have something to sit on while I was driving, or like put my knee on. And that was another huge flaw with the design on this one. It made it incredibly hard for whoever was hunting out of this back one right there to actually sit down, because I built it to work with a certain chair basically, and if you weren't sitting on that chair in this one or that one and you were sitting there, you couldn't see if you were sitting on the bench seat. It just sat way too low. So with this one, I'm really excited to see how, you know, these little humps right here work out. I think it's going to work great, especially for me, like whenever I need to drive. You know, it gives me something to sit on, or if we want to use it as weird as it is, like a cooktop. We got a nice little cooktop there. So, but the overall layout of this boat is pretty much exactly what I was looking for. Now you can see we got some issues going on up there in that corner, and I think that's just the wood warping from the winter. This thing filled with snow, and this is also another reason on why you shouldn't use wood to put in your boat. So I located some 1/8 inch diamond tread aluminum plate, and that's what we're going to be replacing all of this with. So it should, 1, give us a lot more durability, 2, make the boat lighter than this plywood, and 3, it will not corrode, bend, or do any of that. For this boat, I was really thinking about doing a basic, super basic electrical system on it. Basically, I want to use one of these benches as like the inside for all of my batteries and my electronics and everything, so then I can hard mount a switch panel to that and I'd be good to go. But other than that, I pretty much want to have a battery hookup or a starter hookup for my mud motor. That's a big thing. I need a sump pump, another big thing, and then I have 2 light bars on the front of my blind that I use all the time during season. The big one right there in the front is for navigation, and then this one on the side is for whenever we get to the hole, I can turn that on, and we don't have to use our headlamps and everything to set up decoys. But other than that, I want to run a strip of LEDs along the inside rail of this, so that way we can turn it on, and then we can light up the inside of it for whenever we're cooking breakfast and stuff. And then I want to do 2 LED navigation lights up front, and I have the navigation light in the rear. However, I don't know if I will be using that or not. But overall, that's, you know, my basic plans for doing the electrical on this boat. If you guys have any suggestions or anything that I should use on this boat, you know, like, definitely let me know. One other thing I was thinking about doing is putting light pods on the back of the boat right here. It helps me because I run a long tail motor, mud motor, and it helps me to kind of see what I'm putting that into. It also lets me kind of see down into the water for how deep it is and if it's like super mucky or not. But biggest thing is it helps me reverse into the boat ramp into the at 2 in the mornings. You know, there's no lights on any of the public boat ramps around here, so having lights on the back of your boat to where you can just flip them on and go is a very, very important thing. So that is definitely something that I will also be doing. One of the major drawbacks that this boat has, right there, I believe that's maybe where the center console was for this boat. I'm sure I can find a piece of aluminum to put there. If not, I will definitely figure something out. But I also thought about trying to find a gun box to run right there. I think that'd be a pretty cool addition. But the biggest drawback that this hull has is definitely the transom down in here. Now, I'm not afraid of replacing a transom. You know, it just takes time. Really, that's what it is. But I know this transom is a little bit more complicated than what I would like. However, I do think it's doable. Most of this transom is welded on really well back here, and it's got some pretty, you know, decent sized rivets going all the way through the hole. But kind of sat down, I've watched a couple other videos of how people attack doing these, and I think the best option for me to do this is, one, I need to take out, you know, these. They're kind of in the way, and I'll replace them or put them back. But as you can tell, they are filled with foam, and that foam is waterlogged 100%. So I want to go ahead and remove these anyways, take out all the foam, and then I'm going to do an aluminum frame on these to make them even lighter. But then that'll also kind of give me access to taking off like these bottom panels right here and on that side right there. But then what that'll also allow me to do is to cut this brace here and cut it on the other side right there, and then pop these rivets off to where I can pull this top piece off, and then I will be able to see more underneath. Now, the way that I am thinking about reattaching this is just using some angle iron and like essentially double riveting it back together just right underneath here. I don't have access to an aluminum welder. Otherwise, you know, the proper way would be you cut this all off and then cut down here, drill out your rivets, and then come over here and do the exact same process. However, like I said, I don't have access to an aluminum welder, and so rivets and aluminum angle iron are probably going to be my best friend when it comes to this project. So it's going to take some time, some precision to cut here, cut there. I might also have to cut along here and, you know, double layer this up, and just somehow I need to get back there in order to replace that transom. It is pretty much just gone. So Alright, so we just got home from getting the boat all washed out, and now here in the sunlight you guys can see everything that we have to work with. Obviously the boat is still a little bit dirty, but this will give you a good overview of kind of everything that I want to do to it and everything that I need to fix on it. So while we were washing it out, I noticed, if you guys can see right down in there, there is a hole right down in here, right there. And it looks like, I looked at it a little bit more, and it looks like that is actually where the old live well for this boat used to be hooked in. So should be a rather easy fix for me. You know, I can go and get some aluminum pipe and get that welded on there and just kind of fill the hole. I necessarily don't want to get rid of it, because I have thought about maybe potentially adding a live well to this boat down in the future, because I do fish as well, but definitely something that I don't necessarily know if I want to get rid of just yet. But overall, the boat is in pretty good condition. As you can see, a lot of this plywood is starting to lift up and curl, but that we're going to take care of in another day. But overall, I'm definitely pretty excited on the condition of the boat and everything going on with it. Honestly, one of the bigger things I'm more excited about is this trailer. It is a roller style trailer, so got a whole bunch of rollers up under there. Can get this boat in and out super easy. Shouldn't be too difficult at all. But the trailer does need a whole rework. It needs painted and it needs completely wired. So that is also another video that I'm going to have up on this channel for you guys to watch. If you guys have any recommendations for the coating on the trailer, or a good paint, or even a good trailer wiring kit, please let me know. I know how to wire things, but I necessarily don't want to go the cheap route on it, but don't necessarily want to spend $1,000 on a wiring kit for this trailer. So overall, I am super excited to build this boat out, and I am super excited to start digging in and find all the little secrets that are down in here. This foam, looking at it, does look like it's a newer foam, but that is the crappy foam, as I will say. I mean, just look at, hopefully you guys can see that. When I push down, you guys can see the water that's just sucked up in this foam right now. That is the main reason why I want to go ahead and rip this entire boat apart. I want to take all that foam out that's underneath this, and that will lighten this boat up by hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pounds, which makes a huge difference in the long run. So that is probably going to be the first thing that we do to this boat. We're going to strip everything out of it, and we are going to rip all of this old gross foam out, and we're going to replace a good majority of it, not all of it, but a good majority of it, with the pink foam. I know that does not provide any sort of flotation, but it is just there to kind of fill in the gaps, make it a little bit sturdier. Like when you're walking on the floor, it deadens the sound and everything. But I'm not too concerned with the flotation on this. I think that'll be the easy part. But the big majority is we need to get that killer foam out, and you can see it's everywhere. It's there, it's here, it's down inside these big side bunks, and it's even back underneath up there. Hopefully you guys can see it, but there's foam everywhere on the inside of this boat, and that is going to be priority number one that we work on. So I'm kind of nervous, honestly, to look under this front deck and see what's all up under there, just because I have no idea. But I'm gonna guess it's probably filled with foam, and it's gonna weigh 1,000,000 pounds. But that is another big reason why we're gonna open this can of worms up and strip it all out. So like I said, again, if you guys have any recommendations on anything that I should do to this boat, if you guys, send me your boat builds on Instagram and stuff, at Take'em TV. Please just give me ideas. I love talking with people about all this stuff. So and if you guys have any recommendations on any of the trailer stuff, also put that down in the comments. I would greatly appreciate it. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys freaking later. Peace.